People often ask me where I get my wood from, and particularly new spoon carvers want to know where they can get wood to make spoons from. And it often seems like kind of an obstacle, but it's not that hard to get wood, and it definitely shouldn't be something that prevents you from carving spoons. So I'm going to give you a few tips right now. Of course, the spoon carvers, what we're really looking for is green wood, and that's wood that's either freshly cut or still has some level of moisture in the wood. And that means that somebody hasn't yet put the effort into cut it into short lengths and store it and dry it out for firewood, so it's even less valuable and they're more likely to offer it to you for use. The second thing that works in our favour is that we can use wood that's quite small and bendy and knotty and really of little value to the people except for maybe as firewood. The third thing is that you really don't need that much wood, so maybe you're making a spoon a week or a spoon a month or whatever, so you just don't need that much. I'm about to go get some wood right now. I've seen a lot of storm-blown branches and trees around here, so I'm going to go and get some. I'm bringing this as one of my favourite tools. It's a one-man log saw. It's got these smaller teeth here at the front for getting your cut started, and these big old honking teeth back here, so you don't get bogged down in greenwood logs. I'll try and find out where I bought this and what it's called, and maybe I'll link it in the description. So let's go. So I'm just on the way to my local woodland right now. It's incredibly pretty right now, like unreasonably gorgeous this time of year. You'll see. I just want to give you a tip while I'm on the way. The best and easiest way to find wood is to just ask people. If you see, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. If you see people pruning trees, cutting up some storm-blown branches or whatever, it happens all the time. Just go up and ask them. Just say, hey, do you mind if I have one of those logs or whatever? Usually they're more than happy to give you one, especially if you tell them you're going to make spoons. It's kind of interesting and funny and intriguing, and they'll probably just give you one to take home. So that's the easiest way. Your neighbours are pruning branches or whatever, you hear a chainsaw, just walk towards it. And when you're on your way, buy some biscuits, because someone told me that tree surgeons love biscuits. So that's a tip. We're in the woods. So look, I know it can be a bit awkward asking people if you can have some wood, but look, trust me, an awful lot of wood just ends up never getting touched and just sits there and rots away in the field. And I often think to myself 2 years later, damn it, I should have asked. So look, if you do have a chainsaw, maybe you could offer to cut up a tree for them and, you know, in exchange for some of the wood. Or maybe offer to make some spoons for them. Maybe you'll get a bunch of wood in exchange for some spoons. Maybe you'll make a friend too. I'll often notice storm-blown branches and trees in places that are quite inaccessible, like this. And you know, I don't mind going in with my saw and cutting up a 5 foot length and just throwing it over my shoulder and walking out. And most landowners aren't going to have a real problem with that, because you know, it's not worth it for them to go in and carry it out for firewood. So yeah, and I quite like it actually. It's kind of fun, you know. It adds to the whole story behind the spoon, that I had to have the pain and the bruised shoulder and everything, so it kind of adds to it. Hey, and it's cool to be in the woods. It's worth remembering that woodlands do need some dead and rotting wood. It's basically food and habitat for fungi and all kinds of invertebrates and bugs. So, you know, they need it for the ecosystem to stay healthy. So you shouldn't strip the woodland of
all its wood, but I think there's a balance that can be struck between making use of the wood and, you know, leaving some for nature, basically. If you live in a city and you're thinking this is going to work for me, well, actually cities are full of ornamental trees and they're pruned much more frequently in the wintertime. And those guys are often very keen to get rid of it because it means they don't have to deal with it themselves. So you've no excuse, okay?